Next type of economic system is socialist economy. It is also called as planned economy, command economy, or communist economy. In this type of economic system, the factors of production like factories, machinery, material are owned, managed, and controlled by government. And the price of goods and services is determined by central planning authority. Market force have no control in allocation of resources. Next, objective of socialist economy is to maximize social welfare. Soviet Russia was the first country. Now, North Korea is an example of socialist economy. No country can be pure socialist economy. Karl Marx has propounded the word socialism in the year 1848. Therefore, he is known as the father of socialism. Let's discuss the features of socialist economy. The production and distribution of goods and services are aimed at maximizing welfare of the community and not to earn profit. Next, absence of price mechanism. The prices of goods and services under socialist economy is set and administered by central planning authority to achieve socio-economic goal. Next, absence of competition. Since the government is the only complete owner and controller of all factors of production, there is absence of competition under socialist economy. Next, economic planning. The major economic decisions such as what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce are taken by central planning authority. Next, economic and income equality. Unlike capitalism, the state focused more on socio-economic problems like education system, healthcare, etc. Therefore, there is a lack of economic inequality. Last point, absence of consumer choice and choice of occupation. There is no consumer sovereignty. Consumers have limited choice as production of goods and services are limited by the states. Similarly, employees have restricted choice of occupation. What are the merits of socialist economy? First point, social welfare. Central planning authority works in the benefit of society. The absence of profit motive helps in community development, equality, and social welfare. Next, in socialist economy, there is no labor and consumer exploitation because they are protected from the exploitation by employers. Next, proper utilization of resources. Socialist economy is the planned economy. There will be better utilization of resources. Since competition is absent, there is no wastage of resources on advertising and sales promotion. No cyclical fluctuations. In socialist economy, unemployment is minimized, business fluctuations are eliminated, and ultimately ensures economic stability and rapid economic growth. What are the demerits of socialist economy? There is no choice of occupation to the entrepreneurs and no consumer sovereignty. Consumers have no freedom of choice. What the planning authority produces has to be accepted by consumers. And since all means of productions are under the control of government, state controls almost all economic activity. Next, no scientific price mechanism. Since the price of goods and services are not determined by negotiation between buyers and sellers, there is no practical base to set price and no proper basis of cost calculation. Socialism involves evils of bureaucracy and results in inefficiency, delay in work, corruption, etc. Next, the laborers are not awarded according to their efficiency and hard work. How do socialist economy solve their central economic problems like what to produce, how to produce, whether to produce capital goods or to produce consumer goods, how to produce by using capital intensive technique or by using labor intensive technique, all are set by central planning authority in the interest of economy. Distinguish between capitalism and socialism. In case of capitalist economy, the ownership of factors of production are in the hands of private sector individuals, and in case of socialist economy, it is in the hands of government. The price of goods and services are driven by market force, and here central planning authority. The primary objective under capitalism is profit maximization, and in case of socialist economy, welfare maximization. Role of government here minimum for lack of government control, and here there is full control of government. Role of private sector here there is a dominance of private sector and there is absence of private sector. Competition in case of capitalist economy there is full competition in the market and the absence of competition in case of socialist economy. Income distribution in case of capitalism there is income inequality, and in case of socialist economy there is income equality. Mixed economy, we have discussed capitalist economy and socialist economy. Mixed economy is a combination of capitalism and socialism. In this economy there is a presence of both private sector ownership as well as state ownership. In mixed economy, there is a private enterprise and ownership of private property, which focuses on profit maximization. But the state imposes necessary measures to control and regulate private sector so that society can take benefit of social welfare. So there is a combination of both private sector and government ownership. Private sector focuses on profit maximization and public sector focuses on social welfare. The best example of mixed economy is India. The Indian economy is a mixed economy. Let's discuss the features of mixed economy. In mixed economy, the merits of both capitalist economy and socialist economy are present, while it excludes the demerits of both. Next, price mechanism. The prices of goods and services are determined by price mechanism, that is, demand supply force. But government controls to some extent so that price would not go out of control. Next, competition. It helps to efficient utilization and better allocation of resources. Next, consumer sovereignty and freedom of choice. Consumer get benefited through both the sides. They can have freedom of choices and consumer interests are protected. Last, economic and income equality. There is freedom from exploitation due to state participation and greater economic growth. As we have seen that mixed economy has advantages of both the economies. It is not possible to adapt this economy by some countries, specifically by developed countries. It also suffers from some demerits like poor planning and implementation, corruption, wastages of resources, delays in economic decisions, and underperformance of public sector enterprises, due to which government has to sell the loss-making units and there will be privatization. So there is three types of economy: capitalist economy, socialist economy, and mixed economy.